Let's talk about something else that people will be quite rightly upset about. And it involves Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, a man who has allowed London to fall into a pit of despair, a man who has completely ruined the traffic system, and a man who has allowed crime to become the #1 concern for an awful lot of people. Even just last night, I went back to the place where I parked my car, and in a car park, which is supposed to be monitored and secure, somebody had smashed the back window of a car and obviously taken something out the back of it. It's only a matter of time before it happens to you, I'm afraid, if you happen to live in London. But what about Trafalgar Square? One of the great iconic pieces of history, part of Britain's heritage, right? Nelson's column sits on top of it. The lions sit beneath. You've got the beautiful fountains there. You've got the National Portrait Gallery. You've got some beautiful buildings as you look down Whitehall towards Westminster. There's a Fourth Plinth, you might remember, which is supposed to be used for various different statues. They change it every now and again. At the moment, they've used it for a statue of activist John Chilembwe, who is from Malawi. He was somebody who fought against the oppressors from the British Empire. I don't have a problem with him having a statue at all, but the Fourth Plinth could be used for something else. A lot of people think it should be used rather than as a sort of temporary, occasional statue of something very woke. Why not have it as a permanent statue and a permanent memorial to Queen Elizabeth II, the woman for whom a nation mourned, the woman for whom the economy closed down for a 10-day period, the woman for whom Britain stood still on the day of her funeral, a woman who brought so much to this country. 70 years she was in charge. She was the monarch of this great nation of ours. And surely it would be very, very fitting for her to be the one person who has a statue, a fantastic statue, a brilliant statue, sitting atop the Fourth Plinth permanently in Trafalgar Square. But there's a problem, because somebody says that's not going to happen. Somebody says that that's not what the plinth is for. Somebody says that she's not worthy. And guess who that somebody is? That's right, Sadiq Khan, who seems to think that London is his. Well, I've got some news for you, matey. London is ours. It is not yours. You are the temporary mayor, not the permanent mayor. He wants to rename streets. He wants to rename buildings. Well, no. We don't give you permission for that, Sadiq. You're just here for a short time, and then you'll be hopping off. Somebody else will be in charge. So don't you dare tell us that we can't have a statue to the Queen in Trafalgar Square, because the people of this country want it. And Trafalgar Square is not just for Londoners, it's for everyone. So get with the programme, Mr. Khan. He's still never come on this show, he never will. Get a bleeding statue done to the Queen, and we might forgive you everything else. Just possibly. This is TalkTV. And speaking of echo chambers, let's talk about Sadiq Khan and the Fourth Plinth, because I mentioned earlier that, you know, he doesn't seem too keen to change what the Fourth Plinth is. And I kind of get that they want it to remain as a kind of, you know, a changeable scene. They want it to be just a temporary place for people to put statues up. But, you know, I mean, that's all very well, but you could put that almost anywhere, couldn't you? A plinth like that, whereby you could change it from, you know, month to month. But I think, I mean, I'm not familiar enough with all the statues in London to know whether there even is a statue of Queen Elizabeth II. I'm not sure there is one, is there?
I don't think there is, and there definitely should be. Right. I do understand that Trafalgar Square, obviously, it's, you know, the National Gallery is there as well, so it is there to encourage people and creativity and art. So I understand why there should be a Fourth Plinth, and I do agree that there should be a sort of rotating new creative statues on that Fourth Plinth. I think there should be a statue of Queen Elizabeth in Parliament Square. Yeah.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? I mean, well, it certainly should. I mean, it's not until I started thinking about this particular story that I wondered whether there was a plinth. At the moment, the figure who stands on top of the Fourth Plinth, I mean, it's quite a nice statue. I don't have a problem with that at all. It's an anti-British Malawi native who apparently fought British colonialism and was actually killed, I think, in the course of doing so. So, you know, fair enough. I don't mind people referring to that, looking at it. But we really should have a proper memorial to Queen Elizabeth II, shouldn't we?
Absolutely, I completely, and I think most of the country would agree with you on that as well.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Ellie, thank you very much indeed. Ellie Wheatley talking to us there from her point of view as a student activist.